Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Budget Mama based in the UK, and my little family of three is working to a cash budget to help us keep in control of our finances. If that's something that you're interested in, then stick around. Today's video is going to be me stuffing our weekly cash envelopes, and this is the money that we are going to spend on a day-to-day basis for the coming week. So we have £170 here. That's 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. And this is all of our spending money for the coming week. That might seem like a lot to some people. It might seem like not a lot to others. But that is the amount that we are comfortable spending on a week-to-week basis. And that is simply our variable expenditure. So we have our fixed outgoings that come out of the bank account directly. We don't deal with anything like bills in cash. This is simply our food and petrol and a few other miscellaneous bits and bobs. So the first thing that I do is go through and see what was left from last week, and spoiler, I have had a quick flick through. It is looking better than the past few weeks. If you've watched my last few videos, you'll know that I've not been able to put a lot of money into my weekly savings challenge. I've been a little bit down about it, but this week I'm hoping to put a reasonable amount in there. So, food, got a note left, yay! Food is 6, 7 and change, something like that. Doesn't really matter, it's all going in the same pot. Petrol, there's never anything left in petrol. I think we do still have about a half tank left, but we are going on a day trip tomorrow. So that's probably what that half tank's going to go on. So we probably could spend less on fuel this week if we didn't do that, but you got to do some things to keep you happy, right? Self-care had 270 something left. Clothing, we've not spent anything from clothing this week, so there's still £43 in there. What I am going to do is I'm going to cap this at £50, just so that we're not continuing to pay in if we're not spending it. And £50 should cover, you know, a new pair of shoes or a coat if we need it. And then once we've spent it, we can kind of build it up for the next thing. Miscellaneous, 270 something, and pet fund. Pet fund is just the cat fund. We've only got one, so we don't spend an awful lot each week. And this just covers the food and the litter and the treats. So there's a little bit in the cat fund. So that little tray is looking much better than the last couple of weeks, so I'm happy that we'll be able to put a good chunk into savings. And I'm also planning to cut back on what we're spending, just to help kind of bolster our savings as well. So 170, I'm going to leave the food for a moment. I'm going to put 70 into petrol because that doesn't change. That is what we're spending on petrol. 20, 40, 60, 70. I did see that the prices are coming down a little bit. I think last time we filled it was about 172, and I think I saw a petrol station near us that had it for about 170. So I've not seen anything below 170 yet. So fingers crossed, eh? Because that is absolutely crippling us. Well, it's not crippling us. That's an exaggeration. I came across a budget sheet that I wrote in, I think it was April to May, because we're paid in the middle of the month. So I think it was the April to May month. And I looked at our outgoings, and we should have had a lot more money left over than we do. And I compared it to what we're paying now, and literally the increase in petrol and the increase in our gas and electric is costing us 200 quid a month extra than it was in April, May. And that £200, that was like our buffer. That's that was our fun money. That was that little bit of extra money that got us by if we had an unexpected expense. Oh well, never mind. Everybody's in the same boat. I can't whinge. Everybody's in the same boat. So self-care is getting 10. As I say, clothing I am going to cap at 50. So I'm going to put 10 in, take the 3 out. And that, yeah, I mean, that's gonna, most of the stuff we get is like second hand. I think the only thing we really buy that is brand new would be shoes. And you know, for second hand stuff, you can get a decent coat for a tenner from a charity shop or off Facebook Marketplace. You don't need 50 quid. Sorry, I'm just changing some notes. Right, so that's 50 in clothing. Miscellaneous is getting 10. And pets is going to get 10 as well. And that's going to leave us with more than expected. Oh God. There we go. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with 20, 40, 63 pounds. 63 pounds. And I am going to set myself a challenge this week. I don't have anywhere where I can steal some £10 notes. Just a moment. Let me go change one of these 20s. There's going to come a point when I actually don't have any 10s left in my holiday funds to swap out. Go away, fly. Naughty fly. So, 20 out of there. Pop 20 in. Oh, I'm very excited for the next video because I will have paid for my holiday. Oh, yeah. Didn't think it would happen. It felt a long way off when we first started, but I've stuck at it, and next video it will be paid off, which makes me smile. So there we go. Right, so as I say, I'm going to set myself a bit of a challenge. So I normally put £50 into my food budget. I was having a look through the cupboards the other day, and we have a lot of things in the cupboards. So we've got tins and packets and pasta and rice and beans and all that stuff. We've also done a couple of bulk shops from, we go to a place called Rogers, which is stuff that is past its best before but still fine to eat. So we have quite a lot in our cupboards. So I'm going to set myself a challenge to only spend £30 on food this week. I think I could do it for 20, but I'm not going to push myself that much. So if I can only spend £30 by shopping in my cupboards instead of the store, and by making things from scratch, the last week I've been making my own bread. So I found a recipe online for 90-minute bread. Oh, it's fantastic. And it's fresh and it's homemade. And if you make it the night before, it slices beautifully for sandwiches and toast. So I've been making my own bread. We've been foraging. We've made blackberry jam and blackberry crumble from the blackberries that we've foraged. I did find some jelly ear mushrooms, but I wasn't confident enough in my mushroom identification to actually eat them. But they were creepy. I'll see if I can put a photo into the video. They literally look like ears. They were gross. So by shopping in our cupboards and maybe going out foraging again, seeing what we can find for cheap or for free. So that £30 is really only going to go towards fresh fruit and veg, yogurt, because I have never successfully made my own yogurt. It has been, oh, it's tasted awful. So we do need to buy yogurt and we need to buy milk. So fresh fruit and veg, yogurt, milk. That's about it. That's all that's going to cover. And if I could do it for less than 30 quid, then woohoo! And if not, I've got my miscellaneous that I can dip into if I'm really struggling. So that is the challenge for this week, £30 on food. So that's £10 per person. Granted, one of us is only a tiny little person, but still, £10 per person seems like a bit of a challenge, but not too much of a stretch. I am rambling again, as always. So that is my money for the week. So now I've got £33 that can go into my savings challenges along with my change from the week, which I think is, yay, I'm feeling really happy. So let's see how much we actually have. So we have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 10, 20, 30, 51, 33. That's super. Oh, I'm so excited. Right. So let's have a look. I'm doing the weekly one. So I'm thinking I'm going to do my next biggest. So I'm going to do 49. Yeah, maybe. I could condense these with some of this and fill in a couple, but I'm actually going to do 49. I'm thinking so hard about it because I've not been able to put anything in. Yeah, I'm just going to do the next biggest. So 45, 6, 7, 8, 49. I can't think where I've got any 5s, so it's not great putting all of that change in, but it's fine. I'll swap the change at a later date. So I'm going to do 49. That's my next biggest. And then the rest of that can go into my penny savings. It means that I'm not going to be able to put a lot into my penny savings, but I'm fine with that. The penny savings has got more than its fair share for the last few weeks. 49. Oh, I'm so happy that it's a red envelope. So, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I feel like doing a little dance. Happy, 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 happy. So, oh, it's very heavy, but it's fine. I'll swap out the change at a later date. So 49 is done, that can dry, and then we have 1, 2, 210, 220, 233. Have I done 233? I have not. So 233, there we go. I'm well aware that I'm supposed to fill in more than one a week, but it's fine. I'm feeling great that I've got loads in my weekly challenge. So I'm not too bothered about only filling one of those. So this can go into Toothless, who is insanely heavy and so full because I haven't got to the bank and swapped out any of the change for pounds. So I mean, listen, it barely sounds like they're falling at all. Oh, I think they're just sliding in on top of the previous pennies. So, there we go, Toothless is fed. Not as much as usual, but let's face it, bud, you have been gorging for weeks. Oh God, you're so heavy. So that is everything. We've got penny savings challenge done. We've got the weekly challenge done. I will pop on the screen what my totals are up to now because I know you want to know. And let's face it, I want to add them up and see for myself. So that is everything. Oh, and my money for the week, including my little challenge to myself for my food budget. So join me next week and see how I get on with that, because I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I think keeping it interesting and tasty is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I've got cupboards full of herbs and spices and sauces, so I don't need to worry about that. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate everybody who watches my videos, especially those who subscribe, like and comment. Not that I like the rest of you any less, but you know, if you want to make me happy, subscribe, like and comment. So I will hopefully see you for my next video. Take care and happy budgeting, guys.